Welcome back. A fair bit been going on since the last video. Damn concerning stuff as far as I'm concerned. But that's the world it is today. You know, living through it at my age and seeing what's happening in the world today compared to what I've lived through is rather unique, to say the least. The biggest danger we have now who are our allies, Donald Trump and Netanyahu, by far. We've always whinged about Putin. Yeah, Putin's having his war with Ukraine, and that's wrong. Don't get me wrong, that is wrong. But what's happening in America with Iran and Israel with the rest of the Middle East, Palestine and now Lebanon, it's becoming a stage where we have three absolute tyrants running our world, and I'm not sure whether we have the guts to stand up, or the leaders of other countries have the guts to stand up to these people. They don't. Any international law that's happening around the place with regards to Trump and Netanyahu are just being overlooked by supposedly the free leaders of the world, and no one's prepared to take action against these people for reasons I can understand. We have allowed ourselves to become economically tied to these people. The Israelis or the Jewish population, with its money, now controls governments all over the world, and it's just it's undeniable the amount of influence they have over politicians, simply because of money and the way they've structured the rest of the world. Trump, in fact, is a bumbling fool that surrounded himself by idiots, and he's been allowed to do that because no one else is game in the American system to stand up and to say, listen, that's enough's enough. They're all sitting there waiting for maybe the next midterm elections or something similar to that to happen, and hope that's what's going to be. But in fact, I don't even think they have the power of their own government to be able to change that guy. And they have actually, well, what I can make out now, they've just got to try and sit this fella out. And the damages he's doing to the rest of the world is it doesn't mean anything to them, because they live in their own little fart bubble over there. So again, I can call on the rest of the world leaders. They have got to start to stand up to Netanyahu and Trump in particular on our side. In Europe, with the Hungarian guy getting the flick from the extreme right, that is a bit of an indication the European people are starting to come around, and that should be alarm bells for the people on the right of politics in Europe. But however, I think we've got to get down to the point where the rest of the free world, and that's concluding Australia here, is to be able to say, publicly come out and say, enough's enough. We cannot tolerate having Palestine and Lebanon crushed. And what Netanyahu is doing is a blitzkrieg. He's doing exactly what the Germans did in World War II. He's conducting a blitzkrieg in the Middle East, and he is the Hitler of the Middle East. There's no doubt about that at all. So, again, everybody else is sitting on their hands. No one's moving. And we're even selling arms to them. So, all I can say to our politicians around the world, please, balls up, stand up and say enough is enough for the sake of the rest of the world. You can't sit there anymore and sit on the fence. Those days are finished. Maybe politics has changed that much that sitting on the fence is just what all you do. And I don't know. I'm just frustrated. I'm terribly sorry. I'll talk to you later.